I miss the fact I remember very well when I had film around my neck, I had film in my mouth, I had pieces of film in every pocket had something in it, and yeah, there was a certain visceral feeling of the film itself. Yeah, it's a creative element that's missing now, sure. And anyone can go up and press a button and the machine will do something, whereas before anyone couldn't just pick up and find the right place, or what I thought was the right place, to cut the film and splice it and do that. But the advantages, of course, are that I remember myself very well when I was cutting the film, is that I would see something as I was preparing maybe to go to a projection room, and I said, oh God, I should trim a little off of that. But if I do that, if I trim it now, that means that the music's out of sync, and I'll do it next time. Well, next time, of course, you forgot about that thing. And so it was a looser way of doing things and not necessarily better. Good question. I really couldn't answer that. I think yes, because using the new technology, it is a lot easier to second guess yourself. You know, you say, oh, maybe I'll put another 4 frames on it. Maybe I'll do this, or maybe. Whereas in the old days, where once you committed to it, that essentially was the way it remained. The scene where Bobby De Niro turns into the camera and says, "You talking to me? You talking to me?" That scene never changed from the day I put it together, the very first day, till that was the whole montage of him putting the gun glide and all those things together. That never changed from the day we put it together the first day till they went in the theater. And I take a certain degree of pride in that. It never varied at all. I think Taxi Driver would probably be less bloody than it is now, had we had the other technology at the time. Yeah. I get along with people fairly well. Not all the time, because I've had some bad experiences, and then you know I count the bad experiences with the director, and they say that, oh God, that damn Tom Rolf, don't touch him. It just, the chemicals didn't work. You know, we just directors don't always appreciate a second opinion. They want what they want, and they want their vision realized the way they see it. And I agree with that most of the way, because my job is to help the director realize his vision, and nothing else, not mine. But if I have an opinion, but if I think, wait a minute, there might be a different way, and if we have a problem where the picture is slow and when the pacing goes down and we have a scene that doesn't mean anything, and what we can overlap the dialogue and take that out and and say, and come up with something like that. And if the director is smart, I think, you try it to see if it works. It's especially nowadays when you sit on the keyboard and see if it works. And if some directors who just will not even entertain the idea of doing something even different because it was not their idea in the first place, and or what happens 3 months down the line, they say, you know, we ought to try to do so and so and so, and all of a sudden it's their idea. But even that's okay, because the film is what's important, not the personalities. One thing in cutting room, you have to be somewhat diplomatic. You know, you don't step on anybody's toes anymore, or should they step on yours. I think people hire me because they know that I'm going to put in a full day. I'll tell them the truth, and I'll voice my opinion when I think it's needed. And also the fact that I have a meeting with the director at the very beginning, because I never accept a job without reading the script first and being intrigued by that. I don't want to do just a movie. I don't work evenings. I go home. And I like to have my drink in the evening, and I like to relax and watch a television show or run a DVD or something. I don't want to sit in the cutting room at night. I put in a full day, and that's enough. I have one that I really love. Everybody else doesn't necessarily love it, but I think it's, in terms of editing, in terms of just the overall experience, is Jacob's Ladder. And a lot of people find it a little bit horrific, and I don't. I so admire Adrian Lyne for attempting it, for trying to do it, and it didn't quite work. I suspect because I think it was marketed the wrong way. It was sold as a horror picture, which it was not. It's a psychological thriller. You don't know what's happening until the very end. And I think had it been marketed that way, would have done much better. But there is a rather pronounced subculture in film that does like Jacob's Ladder. So anyway, I'm very proud of that one.